So we like to focus on anything with wheels. And so that could be the 18-wheeler, that could be the four-wheeler. So we're anything from over-the-road traditional trucking, which still handles about 77% of the freight in America. But also we do middle and last mile. So think of the folks that drop boxes at your house, taking supplies to your local retail store. We supply all that. It doesn't really matter. We also look at some logistics, warehousing. So a lot of our clients have both. They're going to have the truck to take the cargo from A to B, but they also have the supply warehousing to inventory.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm here today with Lynn, Senior Vice President and General Manager of TLC Companies. How you doing today, Eric?
Fantastic, Andrew. How about yourself?
I am good, thank you. Appreciate you spending some time with us on Business Ninjas. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and about TLC Companies.
Sure thing. Well, I joined TLC a couple years ago, and prior to that, I was about 10 years with a publicly traded blue-collar staffing company. Prior to that, I owned my own business, created my own shack for about 9 years, and prior to that, I cut my teeth in the rental car industry. So I've only been at 3 places in 27 years in business before I found myself at TLC. Recently, a couple months ago, I took over the reins from my retiring CEO. So he's at greener pastures, on the deck of the bay, sipping some whatever. I wish him the best, and hopefully he's enjoying that retired life. And I'm excited to see the next evolution of TLC Companies.
Well, I hope he handed you the reins to something that has a drink-sipping soft landing for you down the road. How's that?
Yeah, he's a Scotch guy. I'm a wine guy. So, I'll take my wine. He'll take his Scotch.
Gotcha. Tell us a little bit about TLC Companies and what you do.
Yeah, so 1986, TLC was founded with this premise of, if you look at the transportation industry, specifically trucking, anything with wheels, but specifically large trucking operations, 18-wheelers, there was really nothing in the mix in terms of solution of the back office of the organizations. So you think of the kind of the boring, non-revenue producing stuff that you still have to do because it's so important: payroll processing, workers' comp, health benefits, even employee handbooks. And that's what TLC specializes in. So they take that stuff off your plate, make sure you remain compliant. Department of Transportation loves their audits. So TLC said, here's a niche that we could jump in and actually carve out a solution for. And then we've been doing it for 37 years and grown from, the mom and pops of 10 clients up to roughly 700 here today, and about 14,000 worksite employees.
Wow.
That we're supervising every day. And just so folks understand what TLC is, it's PEO. And whenever someone says that, they're like, what does that mean? Well, it stands for Professional Employer Organization. To simplify it, we are the administrative employer and our clients are the worksite employer. So they will take care of all the day-to-day supervision. They decide how to run their business strategically, directionally, everything in between, who to pay, how to pay, how long to pay. That's all their decision. We support on the back office for those clients.
Excellent. A turnkey solution for people that have keys in hand. And what verticals are you servicing? What sort of companies are you working with?
So we like to focus on anything with wheels. And so that could be the 18-wheeler, that could be the four-wheeler. So we're anything from over-the-road traditional trucking, which still handles about 77% of the freight in America. But also we do middle and last mile. So think of the folks that drop boxes at your house, taking supplies to your local retail store. We supply all that. It doesn't really matter. We also look at some logistics, warehousing. So a lot of our clients have both. They're going to have the truck to take the cargo from A to B, but they also have the supply warehousing to inventory it. So we look at both of those operations. Anything in transportation, logistics, that's where we like to play.
And other than the broad term of logistics and HR and things like that and payroll, what are the most common problems you're solving for your clients?
So a lot of that is bandwidth. So you think about you're running a transportation or logistics operation. You only have so much time in the day, and you also know what you do best. So you specialize in taking this freight from A over to location B. And that's what you do well. Well, HR, like I said, employee handbooks, workers' comp benefits, that's not in the same realm as that.
Sure.
So, but you still have to have it because you have to have it for two reasons. You have to be, you're competing for talent every single day, but you also have to be compliant every single day. And there's a lot of regulators that are looking at this industry. Transportation is highly scrutinized. So where we come in is to provide a little bit of peace of mind. So to know that your back office is in compliance with all these regulators that are looking to audit you, so you can focus on doing what you do best, which again is taking freight from point A to point B.
Excellent. All right. What makes TLC stand out from its competition? What's the big differentiator for you?
We are so uber focused on transportation that the folks that we hire have some kind of acumen or experience that comes in that space. So why that's valuable is when you start talking to someone inside the TLC organization, you don't have to worry about having a lexicon to describe what you're talking about. So you can say certain terms of per diem, stopgap, different things like that. And other people be like, what? What'd you say? Versus inside the organization, they know exactly what you said. So we're very particular, we're precise and focused on the transportation space versus a lot of our folks in the PEO world, some of our competitors are really more generalistic. And we prefer to be esoteric. So we're guided in what we go after. And specifically, we're going to understand the jargon, the definitions, and the vernacular of what the transportation space necessitates.
I'm going to say that you're the first person I've ever heard use the word esoteric in the trucking industry. And that's a good
it's one of my favorite words, which is the opposite of ubiquitous, which I also like that one too. But yeah, that's esoteric's a great one.
All right, tell me about the COVID years. We us civilians just heard about a supply chain crisis. Living in LA at the time, anywhere near the coast, I could see 100 cargo ships lined up for miles because there weren't enough truck drivers to haul that cargo away. Tell me about the challenges and opportunities in terms of growing your business through the COVID crisis.
Yeah, that was definitely a challenge. And really it was a challenge because there was no blueprint for what do you do during a 100-year pandemic. And so I think TLC's role in that was really being a great partner that listens to try to understand the pain points that exist during that turmoil, the confusion. There was so much confusion across the board, not just in transportation, but just across the world. And so trying to be there for our partners during that tough time definitely caused us to learn and educate ourselves too. And what I mean by that is the questions we would ask ourselves and our clients the years prior, were they still relevant? Were our solutions still relevant during that period of time? And the answer was yes, they were. They just were a bit nuanced, from what we looked at before. So what I've seen from our clients in the transportation sector is they've come out of this lean and mean, just like we have. So they've had an opportunity to reevaluate their own talent and say, hey, can we do a bit more with less? Can we embrace technology? Can we embrace AI? Can we look at things differently to be just as productive as we were prior to? So I believe that TLC and our clients have actually come out of this a bit stronger than how we went into the pandemic to start.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the marketing side of your business. How are you telling your story? What role has content played in the growth of TLC?
So if you look at our website, tlccompanies.com, it's went through a pretty significant rebrand. It's something that, to be honest, our founders of TLC in 1986 never really thought too much about. Website, what does that mean? Like, I just go out and talk to people and, face to face and we sign up or we don't. And obviously that's evolved over the years to what we have today. So we went through a rebranding, and one of my favorite outcomes of that rebrand is our motto of more freight, less weight. And that simple slogan, as truncated as it is in terms of what we do in delivery, it means the world, because that's the idea. As I said before, your business better than we do, but let us take some of that back office weight off you. Some of that stuff that keeps you up at night, give you peace of mind, and really go effectively run your business. And so that's our marketing focus now, is to say, look, it's not just a website. It's not just words on a paper. It's really backing up what we mean when we say more freight, less weight. Is when you think of that peace of mind, and I created this, what I call a value equation, to really try to encapsulate everything we can do in tangible dollars across the board. And there's always quantitative versus qualitative,
Sure.
but that peace of mind is so qualitative by person. And there's a little bracket in the value equation where I say, you input this yourself. Like, what is this worth to you? How much money is this worth to you to go to sleep at night, knowing that the compliance side of your business is taken care of, that we don't have to worry about consistent audits of DOT or otherwise coming knocking at your door. And that's really what we aim to serve, is to give you that peace of mind, but also knowing that your partner understands your industry, your sector, and is trying to get ahead of any kind of challenges or pitfalls that might be in front of you. That's the TLC focus.
Hey, that's quite a slogan. You back that up, and the sky's kind of the limit, right? If you can free people up to do the things that they do best, and they don't have to worry about the rest of the equation, it's win-win for everyone.
Yes.
All right. Please tell us, what is your URL? Where can people find TLC Companies, and what social media outlets are you using these days as well?
So www.tlccompanies.com. That's companies with an S.com. And you'll find us on Meta, formerly Facebook. It's like the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah.
We are also on Instagram. We have our own YouTube channel as well. We're in all the usual social sites, but I got to tell you, our favorite thing to do is pick up the phone or get on a medium like this and see you and talk to you as much as we can face to face. We're at a lot of the conferences you'll find us at involving transportation or Department of Transportation thereof. But we just love to engage with prospects and clients, and look forward to doing more of that.
Excellent. Eric Lynn of TLC Companies, thank you for spending some time with Business Ninjas today. I wish you and yours and TLC all the best in the future.
Thanks for the time, Andrew. Enjoyed it.
My pleasure. Be well.